Hi, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of April, and your assignment for phonics and language today is to complete only page 213. Yes, you only have one page of phonics and language to do today, so let's go ahead and get started. For page 213, it is just a review. Anytime we see the little remember bone at the top of the page, that means we're doing a review. We're practicing something that we've already learned. But when we see the paw print, that lets us know we're getting ready to learn something new. So if we look at the remember bone at the top of the page, it says remember. A contraction is a short way of saying two words. It's also a short way of writing two words. The apostrophe shows where the letters have been left out. So this is it for today. We're working on contractions, and they gave us a couple of examples there. So the first one is the two words he is. For example, he is going to get an ice cream cone. Now, if I want to say he is, or if I want to write he is in a shorter way, what I'll do is I'll see which letters do I need to get rid of, which in this case, it is only the letter I. Sometimes we get rid of one letter. Sometimes we get rid of more than one letters. Wherever you get rid of a letter, in its place, you are going to put an apostrophe. So he is becomes he's. He's going to get an ice cream cone. They gave us another example there. This next example is we are. So we have two words here, and to write or say them in a shorter way, we can do we're, and we'll get rid of only the letter A, and in its place, we'll put an apostrophe. We know apostrophes go up. They're not down at the bottom. So that becomes W, stays the same, E stays the same. Now we put in an apostrophe, R-E. We're is a shorter way of saying we are. We're doing virtual learning right now. Okay, so for number one, it says circle the best contraction to complete each sentence. So you'll read the sentence. Let's just do one together and then you can do the rest on your own. The sentence says, our teacher said, I'll or you were going to learn some exciting things this week. So would I'll be the best contraction, or is it you're? Go ahead and circle your correct answer choice right now. And if you selected the correct answer, it would be the word you're. Our teacher said you're going to learn some exciting things this week. So you're is short for you are. You are going to learn some exciting things this week. Okay, so I want you to continue reading the paragraph, and wherever you see two choices for contractions, choose the one that makes sense in that sentence. Choose the best contraction to go in the sentence. For number two, it says, and of course, like always, if you need time to stop and do the work, hit pause. You can do that by pressing the space button, or if you were doing on a touch screen, you can simply tap the screen and it will pause the video, and then just hit pause or hit play once you're ready to move on. Okay, so for number two, it says add an apostrophe to make the contraction. So for the very first one, it is I am, it's I plus am equals I'm. Okay, they have the contraction here for you, but they did not add in the apostrophe. So it's your job to see, which letter did they get rid of? Oh gosh, this M looks terrible. Okay. It's your job to see which letter did they get rid of, and it looks like they got rid of the letter A, which is right in the middle of I and M. So over here, I'm going to put my apostrophe in between the I and the M. So that's how you do number two. Now for number three, it says write a sentence using one of the above contractions. So any contraction that you see in number one or number two, you can use one of those contractions in a complete sentence. Don't forget that every complete sentence begins with a capital letter, ends with a punctuation mark. It could be a period, a question mark, maybe an exclamation mark. Just make sure you have all the things that a complete sentence would have. And now it is time for dictation, okay? So for dictation today, I am going to say a word, and I want you to write the word that I say. We're going to start off with a root word. You'll write the root word first, and then each of the other words you write is going to have a suffix added onto it, okay? But the directions are the same. Just write the word that I say. Doesn't have numbers. For the first word, write skip. The first word is skip. Hit pause, write the word. The second word you're going to write is the word skips. Skips. The little girl skips down the sidewalk. Hit pause and write skips. Your third word is skipping. Skipping. She loves skipping. Hit pause and write skipping. And your last word is skipped. Yesterday, he skipped to his room. Skipped. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and go over those words before we go to the sentence. Your first word that you were supposed to write is the word skip. I'll say the sounds as I write it down. Sk, I, S-K-I-P is how you spell the first word. And I just remembered one of you smarties does not like when I write the K's like this. It might be Madison, or is it someone else? I can't remember. I think it's one of my girls who does not like when I write my K's this way. So let me erase that and do it the other way. There we go. Is that better? Okay, your second word was skips. So it's the same root word, sk, ip, but we have a suffix. Now we've added the letter S. S-K-I-P-S. Okay? Your next word has the same root word of skip, but it has the ing suffix. So the word was skipping. Sk, ip, ing. Okay? So oh goodness, it looks like I am just writing straight down a hill. Let's try that again. I'm going to write the word while looking at the board so it does not look so terrible. Sk, S-K, I, P-P, ing, I-N-G. So skipping should look like this. S-K-I-P-P-I-N-G. Okay? Now, we know that for skipping, we have to double the P before we add I-N-G, because anytime you have a short word with a short vowel sound, you double the last consonant before you add the suffix. Okay? The next word is skipped. So that's going to be S-K, sk, ip, t, and the ed in skipped says t. Okay? That's S-K-I-P-P-E-D. Skipped. Again, we had to double the last consonant before we added ed. So this is what you should have for your first row of dictation. If you got those right, put a check under your chin and give a great big grin. Okay, Ian, you have to wait, son. All right, and let's do the last row of dictation. For this last row, I'm going to say a sentence. You are going to write the sentence. Remember, every sentence should have something at the beginning and something at the end. Don't forget those things. Here's your sentence. The baby clapped his hands for joy. The baby clapped his hands for joy. Hit pause and write, the baby clapped his hands for joy. So you should have written, the baby clapped his hands for joy. The T in baby should be capitalized because it's the beginning of the sentence. Baby is B-A-B-Y. Boys and girls, check your B's. Make sure Especially some of us have to make sure that our B's are going the correct way. All right, the baby clapped. Make sure you double the P in clapped. Because it's a short word with a short vowel sound, we double the last consonant before we add ED. The baby clapped his hands for joy, J-O-Y, and you should have a period at the end of the sentence. If you put an exclamation mark, that would be fine as well. So that is it for Phonics and Language today, boys and girls. Come back again to another video tomorrow to finish up the last of our Phonics and Language. Actually, hold on. Is it tomorrow? Yes. So tomorrow on Thursday, we'll do another video for Phonics and Language. And on Friday, there is no video. So see you guys tomorrow.